Yes, this is Farmer Bob from BobCat Acres Times. Been getting a number of questions on how I break down my rabbits for cooking. So I thought I'd give a quick demonstration here on how to break down the rabbit. I've already done one, and this is the second one we're going to throw into the slow cooker and use for pulled rabbit meat. So the first thing I do is I separate out the front leg. And if you come down and you follow along the breastbone and you follow along the ribs, it'll separate out very nicely. And you can just follow all the way down the rib cage, separating out the flap. And then come down around, come up on the neck area and separate the shoulder. And just come straight through, and there you get a nice forelimb piece of meat. Now on the same side, you follow through with the back leg, do a slit, and come around following the contours of the muscles. Makes it much easier, and you can slide right through. Give it a little twist, and the hip bone comes apart. And then you can work your way around the bones and separate the whole rear leg and thigh. Now if you were going to fry this, that is better than any drumstick you'll ever get. Now that you've got that taken apart, you come down along the side and you take out the flank steak, which on a rabbit isn't very big, but we use this for grinding later. And you'll notice this guy was kind of fatty. He's got lots of fat on him. And it's a little, we've had these frozen for a bit, so these aren't freshly done. But we saved this piece off to the side, and then we move on to the other side, following the same procedure with the foreleg. We take the front leg off. Again, following down along the ribs. And the shoulder will separate nicely. And by going up into the back area there, you can get that meat that's up and along the neck. And just follow it straight down the ribs. And you've got the foreleg. And then separate the back leg, following the muscle group, right around. Pop it. And then there's your other hind leg. Again, take the belly flap off. Going down along the ribs. And take that off. And then comes the tricky part, separating out the tenderloins. So you come down along, and the trick is to follow the bones around as you're getting the loin meat out. As we pull this, you can then roll it and get around the hip bone and then come down the back. And it takes out the whole loin on that side. Once you get it up to where it's hitting the ribs again. You slice it down from the back side, and you come down and you get it all the way up into the neck and the upper back. There you get a nice boneless chunk of meat that can be ground up nicely or just cooked the way it is. And you start on the other side doing the same thing. Coming around, following the backbone. Again, separating it from the back, same as the other side. Trying to get as much of the meat as possible. And as we go along here and separating out this tenderloin, we'll be done with breaking down the rabbit. And there you go, another nice tenderloin. Now, what little meat that's left on the bones is not left to go to waste. We keep the bones in a separate bag, and we will use that to make some of the best bone stock by roasting these bones and then cooking them down and cooking what little meat's left on them with seasoning and making nice soup with it. You notice I kept the flanks and the tenderloins separate. I keep them in a separate bag because what I'm going to do with these later is to grind them and turn them into jerky, like meat sticks, or even as ground meat in different dishes instead of ground turkey or hamburger. So the last step to the process then is to take the meat that we've got and proceed to the slow cooker. We layer them up on the bottom of the slow cooker, and by doing it with just the large bones here, large bone pieces, you don't have as many bones to pick out, and this will turn into pulled meat after we cook it down. So that's how we at BobCat Acres here break down our rabbits. Till next time, see you later.